I, with Hashem's help, after Tisha B'Av, I'm going to get the keys to my apartment in Kiryat Arba, Baruch Hashem. Everybody says, why you moved to Kiryat Arba? Why not Yerushalayim? Well, I'm not a Kohen, as all the Mishpacha knows, so I don't have to be in Yerushalayim for work, quote unquote, right? Baruch Hashem. And one of the boys in yeshiva with me many years ago in the little branch of Lakewood, North Jersey, was an Einikel of the Shla Kodesh. A very sweet boy. We were friendly. And the Shla Kodesh says that a person doesn't go to Hebron unless they're invited by one of the Avos. So, Baruch Hashem, I was invited by one of the Imaos. Sarei Meinu Baruch Hashem. So I feel very comfortable there by the Avos. And it's a big schus. The Zohar Kodesh talks a little bit about how the tremendous schus is to live there. Even in the region of it, which is like, wow. And then it's like you have also the Ramban is buried there. I think it was by the caver of Avner ben Ner the other night. 2 nights a week they open it up. It's very chashuv. It seems to be a place where like a lot of guys come to the Mara with their laptops. But when you look closely, it's like they're writing Svarim or they write their Chidushim on their laptop. So the Avos must be laughing hysterically. It's like, you guys are coming here to this building thousands of years old with your like modern laptops. It must be like really funny. The contrast. Well, but then again, the Avos are very advanced and they were all Nevi'im and they knew everything in advance anyway, so it was no big deal for them. The future was no big deal. So I wanted to thank everyone for the beautiful, beautiful birthday wishes. Tremendously kind, thoughtful. And I wanted to say just a little thing from Rabbi Nachman. And we all know that when Hashem made the world, the koyach of re'iyah was very strong. It was totally normal for a person to look with complete accuracy of something 1 or 2 or 3 feet away, or 10 or 20 miles away. That's the way Hashem made the world. But then, when it was realized that it was going to be not so good for the functioning of the world, for people to have koyach re'iyah, tremendous accuracy for so many miles, Hashem changed it. On a similar vein, the koyach of zikaron, Rabbi Nachman says that we were made with tremendous powers of memory. We simply didn't forget. Rabbi Nachman says that after the breaking of the luchos made by Hashem himself, shchicha, forgetfulness, was brought into the world. It's very interesting. And Rabbi Nachman says, what's the purpose of shchicha? It's actually a kindness. Because if we were to constantly be cognizant, be aware of our ma'asim, all our ma'asim, daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, decadely, etc. basis, Rabbi Nachman says society would basically cease to function. you know? It's like, the Riyah Kodesh says, animals know their Gilgulim, human beings don't. Because if we did, society would cease to function. Azoi Pashut. If you knew that your mother was really your father from a previous doyer, and your sister was your uncle, and your cousin was your whatever, it would be a whole big mishmash, and everybody would be going wild, and society would simply cease to function. So Rabbi Nachman says, let's say the Riyah Kodesh says, but Rabbi Nachman says that if we would not have the inyan of shchicha in society, if we would remember everything always, society would cease to function. Two people would meet, and all of a sudden they would remember everything bad in the world about themselves, not necessarily about you. To remember something bad about somebody else is not exactly a big mile, but to remember about yourself would be natural path of the mind, and people would be walking around society with such low self-esteem and such incontentness and unhappiness about themselves that society would cease to function. So Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, I'm blessed with, remembering tremendous good times with all the cousins in our Mishpacha. Very colorful times, very simchadik times, beautiful times with the uncles, and Hashem should bless with the aunties to 120, and all the cousins, Baruch Hashem, each one, Baruch Hashem, very colorful. Not least of which cousin Sodi is also colorful. I remember from my, 10th or maybe 9th or 10th birthday, he gave me a present, one of his shirts that was very colorful. It was blue and red, big, thick stripes. Fascinating. I'm actually wearing blue and red stripes now, but little skinny stripes. His was big blue stripes. And then looked at Cousin Sodi like, wow, nobody ever gave me a used shirt before in my entire life. I was like 9 years old. And he looked at me like, I'm your cousin, like, wow, it's your lucky day. It took me years till I learned about, what was it? No, it wasn't Eliyahu Navi. It was one of the Nevi'im that gave a garment to his Talmud. Yes, it was... I forget. So it's like a very chashuv zach when you give a garment to a Talmud. So I'm, I guess if I'm living in Yehuda v'Shomron, so to speak, I guess I'm a little bit of a Talmud of Cousin Sodi. Hashem should bless you till 120. And I just want to thank the Mishpacha for beautiful birthday wishes. Wish everybody gesinnt, Nachas, Parnosa, and your Shemayim. If you're able to learn Tanya and teach it to others, amazing. If you're only able to learn it for yourself, Nebuch, but it's also good, important. The secrets of the Baal Shem Tov and the Maggid, etc., etc. It's very important for everybody to know. It's like the user manual for your neshama. Azoi Pashut. So my phone number is 052-5800-057, and the Mishpacha is more than welcome to visit me for as long as they want in Kiryat Arba, because I made a little mistake, bought an apartment with 4 bedrooms, which I need badly, considering that I just basically sleep on a chair for weeks at a time. But now I'm sleeping on a bed a little bit because I promised my mother, Hashem should bless her, that I will sleep. But I do have many spare bedrooms for Mishpacha to come. Simcha Rabba, Hashem should bless, Kol Tu Zai Gesund.